Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell the Plant, and today I am going to be talking about how I'm setting up my year at a glance pages, which are these pages. I have these in several of my planners. So today, let's talk about ways that you could use them. There's obviously a million ways. I actually have a separate video of 50 ways to use these pages, 50 different things you could track on these pages. So I don't want this to turn into a video of, another 50 ways to use these pages. If you need ideas of what to track on these pages, I already have that video. So I will link it in the description. I want to talk to you guys today about how I'm going to be using these pages. So these first pages are part of just my catch-all planner. So this is my January catch-all planner. I haven't set it up yet. But today we are going to set up these pages. So for these, what I plan on doing is I have over here, I have birthdays and important days already listed. Here I'm going to track important appointments, birthdays, things like that. So let's just work on January first. So January, let's see. The 9th is Amelia back to school. And then she will be back to school every Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm going to write back to school on the 9th for Amelia. And then I'm actually going to take my green pen and I'm just going to highlight the Tuesdays and Thursdays that she's in school for January. And I'm not going to do all of these. This day, I have an OBGYN appointment. So we're going to say OBGYN appointment. This is a great place to keep track of appointments if you aren't quite ready to put them on your monthly, but you know that they're happening. This is a great place to go ahead and write them in. I don't remember the time of this one, so I need to look at my messages and write down the time. And then this is Maddie's birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in here. Maddie's birthday. Let's see if there's anything else. MLK is the 15th. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. The 8th is the national championship. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. This is technically baby boy's due date, but he's going to be coming before then. So I don't think I'm going to write the due date on there. So this is basically how I'm going to use this for the whole year. Have our important things filled in. January might be a slower month because we're going to have a newborn. So I may not have a ton of things to fill in on these days, but I am going to be able to come in here and fill in things like our baby's first pediatrician appointments, when those are, things like that. And then I can also so let's see, February 5th is Mama's birthday. And then I could go ahead and highlight the school days for February. This is leap day, so that could be a fun. I could also come in here and go ahead and mark our releases for the year, just so that I know when they're gonna be. So what I might do for those, I don't necessarily want to write that we have a release in the space, because I might want to use a space for something else, but I could highlight the date. So our first release will be the 12th, and then we have the 26th, and then we skip this Friday. So we'd have the 9th and the 23rd. Skip this Friday, so then we'd have the 8th and the 22nd. So you kind of have a little sneak peek as to when our releases will be. And then if I wanted, I could even color code these. Now, I don't really have a ton of space to color code, but I could put maybe up here in this little spot. So then I'm going to write school day, release day. All right, and then this is Matthew's birthday. And this is our anniversary. I believe this is the week that Amelia's off school, but I'm going to have to look at her calendar to be sure. So I don't want to mark her school days yet. Yeah, it looks like the 11th through the 15th is spring break. All right, so I have some other appointments I can go ahead and fill in. I just need to look at my calendar, but that's how I'm going to use these pages. But then when we go to the budget planner, these I'm using to track bills. So we have these bills, but then I'm also going to put in here office rent, office internet, office electric, and office insurance. And then I don't even have our home internet on here, do I? So then I'm just going to go down here and put internet. And then I think what I want to do is if it's office stuff, well, I'm not going to highlight right now, but what I might end up doing is highlighting the office stuff one color just so that it stands out differently. But that's how the budget ones are actually set up to be a bills due. But then when we go to the dashboard pages, these I use to schedule my YouTube videos. So I could go ahead and come in here, and on Thursdays, I don't have a video. I don't post a video. And on Saturdays, I don't post a video. Now with a newborn, there may be more days that I'm not posting videos just because it could be hard for me to get my normal content up. I am currently filming pretty far in advance so that I can get videos scheduled before he's born. But there may be a time where it slows down a little bit. But I can go ahead and go in here. If you're a content creator, I highly recommend using these pages to help you plan your content for one of your pages, whether you have YouTube or Instagram, or it's just nice to kind of have it all like at one glance. I love to fill in where it says no video first, because then I just already know that I don't have to worry about those days. So we're going to go in here and put no video on at least the first quarter. And then I'm going to take this off so I can write a little bit better. All right, so then I already have spaces filled in. So then I'm going to come and I'm going to use my highlighter. And again, I'm going to highlight the days that we're having releases, because then that tells me that my videos that week are going to be tied into those releases. So then I can come in here, and on the weeks that there's releases, I know that that Tuesday is going to be a flip through video of whatever's releasing, because I do those on Tuesdays. So I'm writing it kind of towards the left because I want to leave a little bit of space to come back and write in what it is that I need to be flipping through. But again, this is just another great way to fill in. And I feel like once you start filling in the things that are part of your schedule, it just doesn't feel quite as overwhelming to plan out the rest of your schedule. So then every Sunday, I do a classic plan with me. And every Monday, I do a dashboard plan with me. So then I can fill those in on Sundays and Mondays. And then once I have those all filled in, I have the majority, or at least a lot, of the days already claimed for videos. And then it's just so much less content that you have to come up with. And another great thing is because we do have releases every other week, the week that we have releases, I usually focus on that release in my videos. So for example, here we have a flip through, but then these two videos will tie into the release as well. Here we have a flip through, but these two videos will tie into that release as well. So it really just kind of starts to kind of like build on each other, and it really becomes fairly easy to fill in most of your gaps. Now, one thing I used to always be able to fill in the beginning of the month with BFF videos. We are currently taking a pause from BFFs, if you haven't heard, just with having a newborn on his way and a toddler and caring for my grandmother and keeping this business afloat. I just have to really be mindful of how I'm spending my work time. I'm going to just have less time to work than I normally would. And so I just have to be really like purposeful in how I spend that time. And for now, I just don't need to be spending it on 10 BFFs. I need to be spending that time on designing product, marketing the product, sharing product, and then the other 800 patrons that we have. I need to focus on really making their perks good as well. So we're taking at least a 6-month break, potentially longer, from BFF, so you won't see BFF videos for a while. Normally that would be something that I could easily add in to this as well, but we won't be able to do that for a while. But I mean, as you can see, we're already filling in quite a bit of this first quarter for our YouTube videos. All right, so those are all filled in. And then at the end of every month, I share a prep where I'm prepping for the next month. So like here, I would likely do it at the end, probably the 30th for February. And then here I'd probably do the 27th for March. So I could say February prep, March prep, and April prep. All right, and now I have, a lot of, especially when you think about the fact that these weeks that have the pink are going to be filled in with videos for that product. I have a lot of the first quarter already mapped out, and I was able to do it pretty effortlessly using these pages. That's why I just love these year-to-glance pages. If you need to plan out like a quarter or something like that, and you could do this with your meal planning. You could do this with your exercise routine. You could do this with like anything. If you need to plan out months at a time. It's just a great way to see everything at once. So that's how I use it for my work planner. Then we also have it for our faith planner, but I didn't put it in here. But for the faith planner, you could use it like to track your verses of the day or things like that. So there's just so many ways you can use these pages. This is how I plan on using the ones that I've put into my planner for 2024. I'd love to hear in the comments how you plan on using these pages. And if you need some ideas, I will link the video on 50 ideas for how to use this page. I'll link that in the description in case you need to watch it for inspiration. If you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. And happy planning!